Objection! I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you weren't the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there first.
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
just shouting it out before you're done speaking. I'm afraid that's highly unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were right in my mouth all along. Oh, can you believe that?
How old are you again? 32?
Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that... There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar?
God. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Oh, by the way, the reason I'm not yelling objection over objections is because A, I couldn't figure out if it was Miles or me supposed to say it, but B, one of Mike's friends, I think, specifically requested that I stop yelling objection over Phoenix, because it's one of his few voiced lines, and he wanted to enjoy it.
Goober.
Yeah. Well, Your Honor, can you answer us whatever it was that I asked a moment ago?
No!
Wow.
Wait a fucking second, I'm not the one on trial here! Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar.
With his giant fucking fists.
And purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question. What is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence.
But
like
why
this
would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Ms. Skye became the chief's puppet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I did it all on my own.
She bit the fuck out of her thumb.
Yep. Please, Sid, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Foul lies? Imagine that, coming from my own fucking client. Jeez.
I guess you do seem like the type who likes to twist the truth.
Dude, Judge, shut the fuck up. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana may be right after all.
What do you mean, Wright?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
No! Miss Skye, please testify one more time.
But
if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Skye, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time!
Yay! We're almost there, you guys! Break out the wine!
You're almost free.
Actual crime scene.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent!
Because she saw Gant stab Marshall,
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword!
and then Gant, being massive, picked up the body and put it on the sword. Jeez.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. Nice try.
Is it on the back of the book?
Perhaps.
Oh my fucking god. What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known! See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you!
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. P.O.
Hello.
Thank you, P.O., for copywriting the murder.
Hey, there's a picture here. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, it is.
Jesus Christ, it's brutal. Oh no. He lived for a
my.
while with that fucking... Cause blood in your lung, he was coughing it
Yeah.
all over him.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
And his jacket's been cut.
Yeah.
Was I right?
This is the actual crime scene! No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had arranged everything.
Honest picture has been inserted into the court record.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest! Could that be?
The cloth we found inside of Cheese Gant's safe. Ooh. What's this?
Bam! This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth! It had fingerprints on it! Whoever's fingerprints are on it must be the real murderer!
What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination.
I didn't even... Fuck!
Come now, Urgent. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
Chief Gant!
What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy, too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
You're not allowed to, bitch.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
God damn it, I hit the wrong button.
Fucking goober. You can just Google it, you know. This has existed since, like, the DS ages. Ah, so what? Y'all think I'm worried?
Yes.
Sorry to disappoint y'all, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't, but someone does. Do me a favor. Press plus. Save the game, please. Thank you. We can continue. Just go. Come on. Just.
Someone?
So, what's y'all excuse, Righto? Why have y'all been keeping so quiet about it now? Y'all do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over near Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now... immature to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
There's nothing that shows that.
I'm looking at the shape of this. How would this fit in on that? It won't. It can't.
It does.
Okay.
It is from that.
So why did you have me save?
Just a little paranoid. I get nervous sometimes. Could be that if you choose the wrong option, you'll get a game over.
How quick is the game over?
I mean, there's a minute.
Well, I'm curious what happens if I show the evidence. Yes, Your Honor, I do have further evidence.
All right, the time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have to be the word chiefs.
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
The Blue Badger.
I thought about it. I really did.
You were looking at the right thing. But go on it. Go for it. There's no going back.
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes, it was most likely cut from the victim's vest near his chest.
What's this? There's a big handprint on it.
Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whomever shoved the victim into that soul.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Righto has checked, haven't y'all?
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies.
What? They were mine? So I really did do it. See? I told y'all it was conclusive.
But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe something like that?
But
Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Scoggin and Neil Marshall's death.
I knew that not presenting it was the right option. No.
It appears we have our killer.
No. No! That's impossible! Everything hinged on it. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all counts. I just wanted to experience a game over. I hadn't done it yet.
So yeah, that one's a bullshit trick. It gets a lot of people.
Yeah.
Myself included.
Like, obviously you can't fucking present it. You know?
Sometimes the game makes it seem like a thing. Yeah.
He has to learn at some point.
Well, the issue is that you have no way of proving that it's from, it was in Gant's safe.
Yeah.
That was the issue.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
What? Y'all lying.
Chief Gant?
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside,
See,
boy.
I knew that by saying, like, it's like that trick, like, he wanted you to know he did it. He wanted you to know he did it. But when you don't give him that satisfaction, they crumble.
The conclusive evidence.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Oh! Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't ya? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't y'all figure that out? Take a look at this picture. See the victim's vest. Notice anything odd about the chest area.
It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Exactly. Fucking idiot. I do want to go on record
Impressive.
knowing. I want you to know. You know that I know. That show, like, I knew it from the beginning. I don't want to seem stupid on the internet, but I knew that not showing the evidence yet was the move.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't think y'all had the gall, Righto.
Huh?
Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll tell y'all what really happened.
What? You mean you admitted to it?
You're not allowed to testify, you jackass.
Yeah, but whatever. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her? I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Ms. Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had to plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move it across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind y'all.
2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jaw fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too?
Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit to it. I didn't want to have to do that, being a chief and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. Y'all should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Now I need to show it. Definitely. Your Honor, I do have evidence present now.
Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Now, because it's the exact same dialogue, it's making me nervous. This is where the game gets me. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh yes, at last y'all finally brought it out in the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
In fact, it would have to be probably very wet and then pushed like unbelievably hard. Like, I work leather. That's one of my big hobbies.
You're overthinking it.
Well, I'm just letting you know that this is completely
It
nonsensical.
could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.